Yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Bisi Roland from Post Service Department, Office of the Head of Service, Public Service Office. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to today's session titled Lifelong Learning and Personal Growth, Pursuing Hobbies and Interests. Today's session is all about exploring how we can enrich our lives by embracing new knowledge, cultivating meaningful hobbies, and nurturing our personal growth. And we have with us a seasoned facilitator named Dr. Olufemi Mosaku-Johnson. He's the National Administrator and Initiator of the Association of Corporate Governance Professionals of Nigeria. He currently serves as the Consultant State Counseling Psychologist with the Lagos State Government. With over 30 years of multi-sector experience spanning insurance, public service, training, consulting, and boardroom leadership, Dr. Mosaku-Johnson is a recognized authority in corporate governance, project governance, and strategic development. He holds a PhD in organizational leadership, a master's in personnel psychology, and multiple chartered certifications in management, governance, personnel development, and economics. He is also an IFC certified board evaluator and corporate governance trainer. He is a certified business sustainability practitioner and a CMG accredited trainer. His career includes leadership roles at Law Union and Rock Insurance, PLC, Lagos State Public Service Development Center, PSSDC, Nigerian Institute of Management, and the Institute of Directors, where he pioneered the Directors Development Department. He is a fellow of several professional institutes and he serves on various boards, including Laba Foods, the International Aeronautics College, and the Global Institute of Project Management. Dr. Masaku is a published author and advocate of continuous personal and professional development, and he brings a wealth of insight and practical experience to our topic today. Good morning, Doctor. Good morning, everyone, once again. So as we start the session, please let's listen to our facilitator and write down any questions or contributions or anything you might have. All right. Thank you, sir. You can go on.
All right. Thank you so much. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful day, and I'm so glad to have this privilege to lead this discussion today. I guess all of you are as anxious as I to see what actually this entails, all that we put together. And to us, this is very, very critical, especially at this period when people are amused, when people are confused, when people are lost into what actually they are expected to do with their lives. I want to say that life basically is very, very interesting, but I discover so much drabness. I discover so much loss of enthusiasm, so much depressive moods all over the place. Life is meant to be lived and enjoyed. And that is what we want to do today, and to see what we are going to be learning in all this. The title is Lifelong Learning and Personal Growth, Pursuing Hobbies and Interests. Lifelong learning. let me say at the outset that he that is tired of learning is tired of living. I saw about 40 years ago that the only reason why you may not be admitted to Oxford University is when you are 80. And I wonder why you stop someone because he's 80. We see what 86, 96 are doing now. If the life still continues, they will continue to add value. We continue to learn through life, and we continue to do so many things that makes people happy. Let me say at the outset that there are 3 stages of life. There are 3 stages of life. The first stage is survival stage. That is the first stage of life, survival. Everybody is trying to survive and so on. I had to leave my parents in Aguda, my nativity, Ogba. I moved to the north as a teenager to survive and so on, to pave way for myself, to pave way for my life. Then, of course, thank God I'm able to put so many things together from that place. From there, I went to the university, came back, go for my master's, and so many other things and so on. Survival stage. The next stage is the stage of success. After we have tried to survive, then there is a need for us to succeed. There is a need for us to succeed in life. We cannot continue in our lives struggling all through life. So we must move from stage of survival to the stage of success. Then the last stage of life is the stage of significance, 3S. The stage of significance. That is when you give back. That is when you build legacy. That is when you do things that nobody would ever forget. Nobody will forget. The world will come and see at that point that somebody is doing something here. And I want to encourage us here this morning in this session. We have to look for something of significance that the world will never be able to ignore. This is very, very critical. This is very, very important. And we have to look into that. So let me just say the climate participative class is what we have. Feel free to ask questions, make comments, even during my presentation. We try to manage the time. You can take note wherever you are. Your cell phone, of course, in silent mode. I have to off mine. Respect other people's opinion. Avoid any form of distraction. So it goes a long way. All right? So let's look at the opening, the introduction. What is the ideal post-retirement targets? What should we be targeting? This is my intro to all this business that we have before us today. What is the ideal post-retirement targets? 1, maintaining pre-retirement standard of living after retirement. And this is possible. When you look at life after retirement, it should not be too much different from the life while you are at work, with so many things that we are going to put together today. Ensure self-sufficiency and self-reliance. I love self-reliance. At a point in my life, I thought it was pride for me not to go to people to seek for help. I thought it was a pride until I asked 3 people, 3 of whom are abroad, America, Canada, and these are the people that have helped before in this life. One is a blood person. I wanted to pay for my PhD. Can you assist me? This, that, and that. 3 of them gave excuses. So I now told myself, you can see that it's not pride now, that you are self-reliant. Essentially, after that, somehow, some way, I got some assignments. I was able to pay for my PhD, As a matter of fact, the university said you have overpaid. Send your account number for you to be credited. So ensure self-sufficiency, not to rely on people here and there. And this can happen. This is kind of narratives that I want to create in this program. Improving lifestyle and wellness. Improving your lifestyle, wellness is very, very important. We are going to talk about what kind of things are we supposed to even eat and so on. In terms of wellness, I discovered that many people eat incongenial to their nature. They eat things that their body will reject. And when you put something that, you see, a twin, a Taye, a Kehinde, they are two different human beings. What Mr. Taye will eat and he will not have problem. Sister Kehinde will eat it and she will have problem. They are from the same parent, from the same womb. So you have to look at what is it that suits your own body. Because when you put something that incidentally is not fitted to your body will be confused. Your body will not know if to take it to protein, to other calcium, the body will be confused. It's like you have a gari now. You have a gari. Put gari in the bowl. Put lower water that is not cold, water that is not hot. You are going to confuse gari. Gari will be confused. But if you put cold water, gari knows what you are doing is you want to soak in as gari. When you put hot water, gari knows what you are trying to do is eba. So in the same way, we confuse our bodies. We have to study our body. There's a particular nut. I know since I was in the north that I cannot taste it. My wife will buy bottles of it. She'll be, munching it everywhere, but I cannot taste one because it's not good for my body. And I've never gone to hospital since I was taken away. I was born in one hospital on Broad Street, domiciliary, whatever they call it. That's where I was born. Since I left that hospital, I've not returned to another one because I have to be careful with what I put in my body. So this goes a long way for us. Then we need to manage whatever savings that we have. And we have to be careful in the area of investments. Many people retire, their investment is gone. Many people retire, they gave their money to criminals. Many buy property that is having some legalistic tussle, and they are on it. It is that blood pressure that sends them to early grave. So we have to be careful. And we need to meet medical expenses promptly. And this is very, very important that we put something aside for our medical expenses. Then we need to also look into how to pass on wealth as worthy inheritance. A wise man will leave inheritance to his children. A wise woman will leave inheritance to his heritage. Then you need to plan against financial liability. And we need to avoid regrets and high known syndrome. We have to avoid it as much as possible. In fact, I'll be so glad if every man, every woman avoid it. It then means that you think very, very accurately. You invest, you investigate before you invest. Invest in your life, invest in your money, invest in your soul. You have to investigate. I remember there was a time when they are buying shares in Nigeria, everybody was buying shares and so on. My friend is here in PSSDC. I told him, I said, I don't think this is good for us. Let us investigate who are the people behind this. I told him, I said, I was born and raised in Lagos Island. I understand so many of these things. We have to look at who are the people behind this shares and all everybody bought. In fact, one of them was saying that, what do you know about finance? At the end of the day, he lost 19 million. He went to borrow so much money. And from there, he couldn't even pay the money, ran abroad. So these are some of the issues. And we should also know that in retirement, we have inevitable expenses. Inevitable. Either we like it or not, those expenses must come. One, quality food and drinks for good health. It's very, very important. If you are still renting, you have to look at your accommodation. I can't believe that someone will work for 35 years, except when I saw it. That someone will work for 35 years. If it is pieces of a land, he will not go and get in one bush and put a house that belongs to him. I met Gamaliel on North Sunday some years ago before he passed on. Gamaliel told me, he said, son, the most important thing that a young man should achieve before cars, before marriage, before this, I said, Baba said, is for you to have a roof over your head. That's what Baba said. Baba said, this house that you come to meet me, number 44, Adelabu Surulere. He said, I built it, I was 28 years old. I haven't married when I built this house that you come to meet me. So the next month, I left Baba. I spent a day with Baba. I used to spend a day with people like that. I left Baba. The following month, I was reading Mr. Nelson Mandela of South Africa. The same thing that Baba said is the same thing Mandela said. That the first thing a young man should aspire for is a roof over his head, so that he will not be embarrassed. It will not come to say, the landlord will say, if it is getting to that point, there's a problem. Then, vehicle maintenance, expenses for your cars, health care, dental care. Of course, inflation eating into pension now. Pension is now becoming nothing now. So we have to look into that. Entertainment for friends and relations, home repairs, home appliances, and also building structural repairs and so on. Then extended family support periodically, either we like it or not. We are a product of a family. We are a product of a family. We come from one family. Either we like it or not. Milk of kindness, as a matter of compulsion, as a matter of necessity, must come out of us. Then widowhood cost for those who lost their husbands. Then cost of caregivers for divorced age persons. So all these are inevitable, and we have to look into it. Now, what are the traditional income sources after retirement? We have our pension, social security for ongoing development in the nation. Then our savings. What are we going to do with that savings? What savings is not just good to put in one bank and leave it there. Our savings must be working, and we must be intentional about this. Either we want to invest it offshore, onshore, or want to convert it to investment that will be yielding for us. We can use this to build a place where we are going to be collecting rent. I was told this morning that somebody is collecting rent in normally 8 flats, 2 flats at 2.5 million. She says people are collecting 3.5 there, but she said 2.5. So if she collects in a year, that's netting about 40 million. What can she not buy with that? And she did that through her savings. So we'll look into all this. Now, 5 goals to set after retirement. What are those goals that we need to set? So we need to know what to do once the basics are taken care of. So after the thrill of freedom from work, some people see it as a thrill. Some people see it as a threat. Some people see retirement as a thrill. Some see it as a threat. And that's why I discovered from our research that 79% of the people, they don't want to retire. They don't want to retire. It's very, very funny to me. It's very, very funny. It's very, very funny. I think I had to retire early I was at the Institute of Directors. One day I said, no, I'm going. I want to do so many things on my own. And me, I'm doing one thing. I want to do so many things. So I discovered that many people, even when they clock 60, they are not happy because of the situation that is unforeseen. So we have to look at it. So you may find yourself wondering, how will I spend my time? 24 hours. What am I going to do with 24 hours? The other day I joked. I said, look at Wole Soyinka. Since he retired as a lecturer, he didn't do anything than to make trouble. And he's doing something. Yes. He will talk about this, he will talk about that, he will talk about this, and so before you know it, his time is going. Somebody will respond to him, he will respond, and everything. That is his own. But there are several other ways that we can spend our time. I don't like a situation where we will waste any time. We don't want to waste any time. 24 hours must be accounted for. Then how can I maintain relationship with friends outside of the workplace? Now, my resumption, like 8 hours every day, I have friends, I have acquaintances that we are working together here and there. Now I've left the work. How will I maintain friendship outside the work environment? Another psychological tragedy is that somebody feels that it's not respected again because it's no more called director. It's no more called PS. It's no more called executive secretary and so on. Because of that, nomenclature has been totally obliterated from his life. So he's not happy again. He wants a situation where that will continue. Minister, you want people to, oh, honorable minister, and so on. He wants that to continue. So that's another issue. Then another question is, how will I maintain my fitness and health? How am I going to maintain my fitness? How am I going to maintain my health? Then how can I challenge my mind? This is the learning curve that we want to bring out in this particular program. How can I challenge my mind so it remains active and sharp? How can we do that? We have to, as a matter of necessity, challenge our mind. Get books to read. Get programs to attend. Another one is enroll for a course. Enroll for a course. Somebody told me this morning she retired as a nurse with us, and she said that she's going for a course at a neuropsychiatric hospital in Yaba. He says, the son wanted to say, Mommy, why do you need all this? She said, I need it to keep myself active. No knowledge is wasted. So it is very, very important that we continually learn. We continually are active, and it makes our brain to be sharper. So all these questions may be overwhelming. So the key is to set intentional goals. What are those goals? I want to say that if a man, if a woman, if a state, if a nation will not set a goal, is talking about goats. Instead of GOAL, is talking about GOAT, which is totally unacceptable. To that extent, every human being, every state, every nation must set a goal intentionally that, okay, after retirement, within the next 5 years, this is what I'll be doing. In the next 10 years, this is what I'll be doing. If God keeps my life, in the next 5 other years, this is what I'll be doing. And I've said that we have to start with legacy projects, something that the whole world will come and say, this person is doing something. This person is doing something here. When I left the Institute of Directors, I said, okay, what's the next thing? Let me build one legacy. And I founded what is called Association of Corporate Governance Professionals of Nigeria. And I donated it to the country. It's all over the country now. Chapters, branches are all over the country. It was from my intentional thinking that brought it out as part of the legacy that I like to leave to this generation. So building a retirement that feels fulfilling and meaningful is very, very important. We cannot just be parading through life without meaningfulness. We must bring in meaning. We must bring in meanings to our lives. I love meanings. I don't just want to go like going out to do what? Just because I need to go out. No, that is rudderlessness. That is compassless. That is directionless. I want to go because I need to do something here. I need to affect this generation. I need to do something. I need to carry the burden of so many. So this is very, very important. So the goal number one you can set, identify an organization where you can work or volunteer to maintain. You have left the work and so on. You can still consult. And that's what we are encouraging other people to do. Somebody that spent 35 years, wow, you must have gained certain skills that is very, very useful in the annals of mankind. So you can either convert it to consulting or you convert it to part-time work in other places, because you are going to see retirement is not the end. It's not the end. You refire yourself and you begin to move from there. So in retirement, create new routines. Before you have routine, you wake up in the morning, driver drives you to the office, you come down, you do your work. Where is Latif? Okay, we are going home. He goes home, that's your routine at that time. At retirement, you need to create another routine that is more rewarding. So create new routine can help you maintain the same sense of purpose. I love purpose. A life without purpose is like a good soup without salt. Very fantastic gbegiri and ewedu. And you taste it, there is no salt. That's a life without purpose. That must be purpose. And you must set goals related to work. It may even mean volunteer somewhere in NGO, international donor agencies, and so I can do this, I can do that. Part-time opportunity that align with your interests. If you are not interested, it will not be interesting to you. Look for the one that you are interested in. You may consider volunteer with a cause you care about. Every one of us must have a cause that they care about. I'm bothered about this cause that Nigeria should be great. I'm bothered about the fact that corporate government should be entrenched all over Nigeria. I'm bothered about the fact that everyone should remove themselves from depression. I'm bothered about it. So wherever that things like that goes on, I volunteer or I create one, supporting non-profits with your professional skill, getting involved with an organization that inspires you, connect with them, get a connecting link, get networking, bring people together, form a great body that can shape the nation. Plato said, give me a space to sit and I will shape the nation. Just give me a place to sit. From there, I will shape the nation. I love people that will shape the nation. I don't want people that will shake their hometown, that will shake their judiciary, that will shake their... I want people that will shake the whole world. Get involved in something that inspires you, that when people see, they say, wow, they take delight in it. Number two, choose a physical activity to enjoy. Choose a physical activity. When you just sit down in one place, you get sick oftenly. Even your back will be a problem for you. Sedative life will not help anybody. Keep yourself healthy. Be proactive about your health. Find activity that you enjoy. There must be something that you enjoy. One man close to my place, what he enjoys is to go and watch Arsenal, whatever they call it. Yes. Anytime that he will be there, he will go and make noise and so on. At least he's keeping himself going. That can boost your endorphins. It will keep you happy. And it's a great way to maintain active elements in your life, and that is sustainable. That's for long-term purpose. So you must keep yourself healthy. Involve, ensuring you have a supportive group of family members. Create a plan that will take care of your physical and emotional health. Today now you can see so many people are down emotionally. People have disappointed them. They find it difficult to forgive their spouses. They find it difficult to, it did something for me in 1983. I'll never forget. In fact, it is when I get to God that I can forget, and so on. All manners of things that people are saying. Whenever you refuse to forgive someone, it is you that is carrying the burden. The person does not even know that you are there. So explore it as a new challenge. You must do things that you enjoy, that you like, that enthuse you, that even when they don't pay you, you are still going to do it. I have some jobs that I can do. If you don't pay me, I'm still going to do it because I enjoy doing it. Find family members to go on work with. Bring one of your family members. You are living close, but you are living far. Some of them living close to you. Bring them. Say, oh, Uncle So-so, let's just walk to this place. By tomorrow morning, let's just take a walk and so on. Join a golf club. Sign up for a new kind of fitness class you may not have previously considered. And if you cannot go to fitness class, get your friends together, be jumping, be dancing, play a music. All of you dance to it 1 hour a day. I've learned also that dancing itself is one of the best form of physical exercise. That's what I found out. Goal number 3, identify a group of people you can regularly spend time with. When you are with people that you can interact with, that you love, your life keeps on going. But when you keep yourself inside the room, when you make yourself to be totally alienated from people, you cannot go far with that. I can assure you cannot go far with that. You need strong social ties. This is very, very essential for our emotional well-being. Look for ways to create or strengthen relationships. Those people that you have issues with, find a way to make amends with them. Try to bring them together. Try to ensure that the old is left in the past. Whether you join the club, attend community events, reconnecting with family and friends, all this goes a long way. It's very, very critical for us to achieve some of this. Then find activity. Goal number 4, find an activity that brings you joy, that will let you to unwind. So many activities, but the one that gives you joy is the one that, of course, that you should basically go for. Find something that will make you to be happy. Retirement is the perfect time to visit your old hobbies. That's your drafts. That's your IU. Or you discover new ones. It can be painting. You can just start painting. You just say, okay, I want to repaint the frontage of my house by myself. From there, you paint it. And somebody say, I will paint this for you. You say, I paint it by myself. You paint it by yourself. Can you paint for us too? Then from there, you now charge them. Gardening, traveling. Some people, they take pleasure in traveling. They just want to go places. They don't just want to sit down in one location. As long as we have some means, we need to travel. Travel is not traveling. Traveling is education. Learning to play musical instrument. You can start to learn sax. Even at your old age, you can start to play sax. When Mr. Davido, Brian Chimeze, he called him, he used some of his songs and so on, and he gave Bright some amount of coins, 3 days ago, Bright also said, yes, I have part 2 of the song. He's now old in his own town. He said, I have part 2 of the song. Yes. You can sing. You can learn to play instrument. You can do something purely for enjoyment's sake, for the purpose of restorative and energizing your body, soul, and spirit. And a great way to meet like-minded people. Keep your mind and body engaged with something that you enjoy. And this can be incredibly cathartic And it will be a great way for you to unwind, not just routine, not just one thing, not just one process. Be creative. Channel your energy to something that is yielding, something that can bring some sort of income to you. And this is very, very important. And some of the things that we learn over time, over this and so on, we didn't know that it's going to be useful for us. I remember the insurance regulator in Nigeria. I've left insurance year 2000. The regulators in Nigeria, they wanted someone to train their directors on underwriting. They want someone to train their directors on underwriting. And somebody learned that I've wasted my 11 years of my early life in insurance. You guess what? They didn't call me early. They invited some professors. And the venue of the program was Kaduna. They invited some professors to do the program and so on and so forth. The directors are asking questions from Mr. Professor. Professor cannot answer. Professor, they only know theory. They have never practiced insurance. And the director said, we have wasted our time. We have wasted a whole 3 days learning nothing. And the HR director of Nikon said he had that there is somebody who understands insurance underwriting. She called me that day. She called me, say, available flight to Kaduna. I say, what? He said, what you are coming to do, sir, is damage control. Damage control. Of course, I flew to Kaduna. I started with the class. After 15 minutes, somebody said, this is what we are waiting for. This is what we need. I'm saying this to say that underwriting experience that I thought I wasted my life, 11 years, I didn't know that it was going to be useful. And I was rewarded handsomely. And subsequently, they invited me for the same assignment. Something that I never knew that I can ever need. So this is very, very important. Some of the things that we have learned over the years can become handy, can become useful. So it's very, very important. Goal number 5, reflect on areas for personal growth. Reflect on areas. We talk about personal growth as title. Reflect, look at some areas that can basically bring personal growth to you. You can go for a professional course, even at your age. And by the time you finish, you become a professional in that field. And you begin to consult in that field. And you now add experience to experience. I've told people that experience plus experience is equal to personal growth. So invest in your personal growth with more time, with flexibility now. You have more time, 24 hours, for God's sake. You have the freedom to explore what inspires, what fulfills you. It might mean diving into books that challenge your thinking, joining communities, support some spiritual growth or personal development, confronting barriers. There could be some barriers governmentally. There could be some barriers socially, economically. Confront it, put people together. Let's find solution to this. Let's look for solution. These are the things that you don't have the space for in the past because you are resuming full time. Now you are free. You can go to anywhere. You can do anything. Like, for instance, there's going to be judgment of a professor that misbehaved in enrolling students for law school in Calabar. The day the case will come, the final hearing of that case in court, I'm going to be in Calabar because I'm free. And I don't want a situation where somebody's child will be in school and somebody will harass that child. So it is something that entails me. So I have to be there. Because the other professor in Ife, he was given only 2 years. So we are going to see what that 2 years means for somebody who committed that kind of. So, and I'm calling some people in that. Let's see what happened. Because it's a psychological thing for those children and so on. So that one may not be your own. It can be, oh Lord, let's bring people together to support our communities, to support our government, to ensure that things actually works well, bringing advice, bringing counsel that will actually pave the way for purposeful development. Whether it's taking a class in a subject, you've always been curious about or exploring a new creative outlet you've abandoned several years. So you have to look at it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot afford to retire. When I said it, people say, what? Yes, I said you cannot afford to retire. All you need to do is to refire, because you have life spreading in your presence. What are you going to do with that life? Yes, I've come to that conclusion from watching friends, family members, men of wisdom, strength, wealth. They choose to retire only to quietly fade into sickness, into sorrow, into, oh, gone too soon, into the arms of death. No, 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 no. You have so much that is spread across of you. So retirement, in the way the world understand, is not rest. The way we understand is not rest. It is resignation. And at times when I'm saying something, I think it should be laid down that resignation is, retirement is good. But to me, I see retirement as resignation for another purpose, from one purpose to another purpose, from duty to another creative environment that can make us to basically do so much in life. And I've told you that from retirement stage, that is significance. That's the time you give back. That is the time that you do things. I've said it, and it cannot be emphasized too emphatical. The guy that what we call KFC, the KFC guy, he was in the military for 60 years. I mean, he was 60 years when he retired as a soldier. He now became a cook somewhere. He was cooking for the family. After 1 year, he told himself that this thing that I'm cooking for the family, why can't I cook it for the whole world? KFC. So why can't I cook it for the whole world? At the age of 61, he started. And this guy is firing himself from point to point. Now over 90 years, his outlets, they are the ones that have the largest outlets all over the world. And they are moving to ensure that they serve the whole world in line with his vision. So let's look at it. Let's look at it. How can we create vibrancy? How can we be alert to this future that is set ahead of us? If it is not over, it is certainly never over. So we are taught everything in creation is motion. Motion is life, motion is law. But look around you. It's not about motion. It is about purpose. Let's put purpose in that motion, and we are going to achieve so much. So rivers flow ceaselessly. Wherever the currents break off and stagnates and death settles in. Earth rotates without pause. Seasons march in perfect obedience. Even stars, great stars above us, dance in eternal circles, never swerving, never stalling. They keep on contributing to the annals of mankind. Look at sun up to now, from there's trillions of years, sun is still coming out, fulfilling its destiny. Fulfilling its destiny. The stars also fulfilling their purpose. Day and night is coming. Why are we going to stop? Why must I stop? When day is breaking, why should I stop? Man is no exception. You have it. You also, you must fulfill. You must fulfill why you are here. Nobody come here by accident. Everybody has a purpose for which they are sent to this place, and he has to locate it. The whole issue about life is that you look for your purpose before you go, and once you see your purpose, it tends to increase your life, because you are giving so much freshness, so much newness every day. So we were not made to rest, though we can rest for a while, but to rest perpetually, no. We rest, we stand, we walk. We cannot just continue to rest 24 hours. No, we have to, if we even continue to rest 24 hours, oh, we are not doing well. So we are made to strive. We are made to build. We were made to create. We were made to solve problems. I've seen that in consulting, once you can solve problem. Oh, my friend told me several years ago, he said that we consultants, we are like herbalists. He said, somehow, some way, people will consult us. And I've seen it. It's a reality that I've seen. Because consultants solve problems. Problem that the organization cannot solve. Problem that government cannot solve. Problem that family cannot solve. They get there, they solve the problem. The more you are solving the problem, you are adding value to your life. So we are created to solve problems. We are created to nurture ideas and to bring it to reality. So the moment we choose to withdraw, the moment we choose to withdraw from life's current, to step out of this thing and into the stagnant pool of retirement, something begins to wither. The first one is our mind, then our body, then our soul. The soul will say, what is he doing with me? Nothing. So let me go and rest. Wow. So you cannot retire from being alive. You can retire from work. I don't know how many people will understand this redirection that I'm trying to bring. You cannot retire from being alive. You can only retire from work. I don't care to retire from work, but I cannot retire from life, excepting God say, this is your end. But I know that if I have a purpose, I'll continue to live till 90s. We have some people like that. They are still going all over the place in their 90s. You remember former head of state? He's going all over the place. He was in Cameroon the other day. The other day he was in Calabar. The other day was But somebody will sit down at the age of 61. He will sit down somewhere. Doing what? A man may live a career, no problem, but he must never leave his calling. You can live career, no problem. What about your calling? You must find another field where his hands are needed, where his thoughts must still labor, where his spirit can continue to serve. Inactivity is an invitation to terrible decay. So a man must have something that keeps him curious, keeps him responsible, keeps him accountable, keeps him needed everywhere, keeps him needed. So this is very, very important. Very, very important. Even a candle in its last inch must burn with dignity. Even candle burns with dignity by the time it's getting to the last cast. Casting light until the final flicker. Even in old age, the tree must still bear fruit or at least cast a shade. Even in old age, even at sunset, the sky must still paint itself with glory. I'm speaking this not only for myself, but for all humanity that may be tempted to think their work is done because the word says retire. No, you may rest, no problem. You may change lanes, no problem, but you must never stop moving. To stop is to rust. When you stop, you are talking about rust. To rust is to rot. And to rot is to die before your time. God forbid. To stop is to rust. To rust is to rot. To rot is to die before your time. So keep moving, keep thinking, keep building, keep giving, keep creating. Can you see that? Keep thinking, keep building, keep giving. Keep creating. Let creativity continue. Creativity. Creativity is the grandfather of innovation. Keep becoming. Keep studying. Keep doing what you can do. Keep faith alive. So, as I'll be rounding up shortly, starting a business after retirement is a path worth exploring. Starting a business after you retire. Many retirees find themselves pondering over this question as they enter into a new phase of life. Why do we need to start business? A small business demands physical exertion, mental exercise, and a business run from home also allows for those with limited mobility to set their own level of activity. So this is very important. So why do you need to go to this length? Supplement your pension, supplement your income. It can also help you to pursue a lifelong dream. You have that dream. You are working. You are an employee. But you have one fantastic dream to export cashew, to export cola nuts to Canada, to Australia. But you never had the time. This is the time. Today is Sunday. So it is very, very important. Fund your hobby. Stay social. So all this goes a long way. So let's look at the benefit of starting business after retirement. I'm trying to bring out purpose in this. Bring purpose to all this. First, when you start a business, it gives you a sense of purpose. After a lifetime of working, retirement can leave individuals feeling like they've lost their sense of purpose. But you need to find your new sense of purpose. Starting a business can reignite that spark. Then, of course, you'll be financially independent. If there's anything I crave since when I was a young guy, is for me to be financially independent, not to depend on anyone. Even at retirement, I don't think it's good to have to rely on people's support. Of course, we have trained our children as a matter of necessity, I think. In some instances, a matter of compulsion, our children, you come and take care of us, but we should not wait for them. So we should crave for financial independence. Then a business venture can supplement your income, offering you a chance to enjoy the things you've always dreamed of. Then utilizing your experience. I don't like waste. The experience you have amassed over the years, your wealth of knowledge and skill, you need to bring it to bear. You need to bring it to reality. In addition to these benefits, starting a business after retirement can also allow you to stay engaged with your community. Meet new people, continue learning, continue learning, continue learning. It's an opportunity to embrace the future with enthusiasm and make the most of your retirement years. So why be self-employed? Have you wondered what drives people to be self-employed? What makes them to be self-employed? It's about first, it's about money. It's about money. It's about pursuing their hobbies. It's about bringing in new ideas. I want to say that whoever that brings new ideas, he becomes an instant celebrity. Anybody, look, there are so many ideas, but you can bring new one that has never been explored. You are a very, very successful person already. So it is very, very important. You become your own boss. Your talent and skill can be put to use, help people, communities, and environment. So as I'll be rounding up, let's see 6 reasons to start a business in retirement. It helps you to stay active. It keeps you mentally alert. It makes you to pursue a passion. It supplements your pension or income. You stay social. And this cannot be emphasized too emphatically. To give back to your community. I love that. To give back. That is what I meant when I said significance. It's very, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders, thank you very much. I'm so grateful for your time. I appreciate being around with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Masako. A very, very interesting session. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Um, we are now in our questions and answer session. So if we have any questions for the doctor, you can please put it in in the chat box or raise your hand and we'll call on you. Okay, in the chat box, people are just commending your presentation, sir. Yeah, someone said true traveling is education. Yeah, very interesting and highly inspiring. Thank you.
Sorry, please, can you come again?
Oh, no, I was just like, people are commending the presentation in the chat box. We don't have
Okay.
any questions
Oh, very well.
yet. Yes.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
yeah.
So if there's
Okay.
any question, if there's any, oh, somebody is raising up his hand. If there's any query,
Yes, Mr. Abdulrazak Olayinka.
yeah,
You can
yes.
please unmute yourself, sir.
Sorry?
No, not you.
All
Okay.
right.
All right, Mr. Abdulrazak Olayinka.
Okay, good morning, House. Thank the lecturer. I hope you are hearing me.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I say good morning, House. Can you
Okay, good
hear me
morning.
now?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I thank the lecturer for what he has given us. It's a very, very rich lecture. But I have one or two things I want to add. And I want to make some questions. I want to make observations.
I can barely hear him. I can barely hear him at all.
I want to
Maybe you
make
need to
Mr.
write.
Olayinka, please,
observations.
can you? Okay,
Can you hear me now?
observations.
Yes. What I want to say is
You
that
barely.
what can I do now? Okay, let me see if I can. Can you hear me now?
Go ahead, sir. Just go ahead, please.
Okay, what I want to say is that when we talk about retirement, uh, it is not something that we can retire. We can't retire in Nigeria of today because, like the lecturer said, if you retire, even the pension that you are being given is barely enough. You can't even use it to pay electricity bill, let alone eat and train children. So, like one of my friends would say, you have to retire. It's very, very important. But in the area of where you talked about accommodation, each time we hear some of these things that some people will say, if you work for 35 years and you are not able to build a house, it's unfortunate that people always say very fortunate to do that. Well, we thank God for them. But there are some people that are not that fortunate, even though when they were in service, they were not wasteful. They are very careful, they take care of their children and do the normal thing. But the economy of Nigeria may not allow somebody to actually have a house. So that's where the government comes in. The government has to find a way to help staff, that is those who are in service, so that by the time they retire, there will be something to retire to. I remember when I was in service, I did everything to make sure that I buy one of the houses that the government was building. There were a lot of hurdles that one had to cross, so I couldn't do it. So I want to inform the authority that those who are coming behind, they should make it easy for them, because with civil service salary, I doubt if anybody who is not getting anything on the side can build a house. That's my own contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Dr. Masako, do you want to take that?
I can't hear what you say.
Oh,
Hear one.
he was basically talking about, I think, the financial aspects. So by the time you retire, you won't have enough money to, I think live well. That he tried buying, before he retired, he tried buying a house, but it wasn't possible. So I think it's basically retiring without having so much money. Like, how can you live well after retiring, but you don't have so much? You're not
Okay.
financially strong. You understand?
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your contribution. And I need to just let you know, sir, that nothing is impossible for a willing heart. I'm just saying this not because of I started my career in insurance. After 3 years, I went to one place. I saved 33 naira added to I didn't even collect cooperative, but I was saving. I have a saving culture. Since I was a child, there is a place they call Federal Savings Bank in Marina. For some of us that were born and grew up in Lagos Island, there's a Federal Savings Bank. I was in the primary school. Out of my 3 naira, I will save 1 naira. I will go to Marina and save 1 naira. So I have that culture. Whatever I'm earning, however small, I have a culture of saving. I was not up to 25 years when I bought the first land I bought, because I needed to save and do it, because I can't go to anybody. So I needed to, what do you call it now? Maintain hunger to see that I achieve what I need to achieve. And that is what I've been doing. So I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm saying that with proper planning, with articulated planning, we could be able to put some of these things together, because it would be very, very, it would be inconvenient of us for us after retirement, for landlord, for us to now be struggling with landlord and so on. So we have to ensure that those people that are coming behind, Mr. Razak Olainka, those people that are coming behind, we have to make it a point of duty to encourage them so that they can be able to put something, however little you are earning. If I'm earning today 30,000, I will put something aside. I will put it aside. I cannot spend everything that I have. If possible, I will trek. I will trek long distance and save. So it depends on individual. So we need to encourage those that are coming behind before you leave the service as a matter of compulsion. And I know also that government also is making effort to see that they build some of these places and so on for people that are in cooperative and so on, and so that they can take advantage of it. But for me, coming from this side of the divide, I think it's better for us to start to enlighten our young ones that they need to do something.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, somebody was saying that person I was working is insurance. My salary was 4,600 in that insurance. At that time, civil servants are earning more than that. My salary was 4,600. Civil servants are earning more than that. We have friends, we have relations that are working in civil service at that time. Out of my 4,600, I saved there. So it depends on us. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thank you. Mr. Samuel Kudoro. Sorry if I didn't get that right. Can you please unmute yourself? All right. Good morning, sir.
How are you, ma? Are you hearing me?
Yes, we
we
can
can hear
hear
you,
you.
sir.
I want to thank the moderator for a good job done. I want to thank the government for giving us this great privilege and opportunity. I also want to thank our facilitator in person of Dr. Femi Mosaku-Johnson. I quite agree with everything you have said. And if you all practice it, I think you shall be better off. We'll not retire to fade. We'll not retire to vanish or vanish. And God bless you in Jesus' name.
Thank you, sir.
There's one area I want to mention on the economic climate of Nigeria. It is not conducive for business. I can mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 example. Somebody had a farmland, fenced it, planted and planting there, and also cassava. The day you want to harvest it, some people jump the fence, and they took everything away. If you open any business now and you put some young boys there, their target is to siphon money from you to make sure the business collapse. If you have a car, you are using it to sell a product to people outside. The Agberos will stop you. The Omole will stop you. The police will stop you. They've not even recognized whether you are retired. You say, look at my old age. They say, look at the. They don't recognize those people. They take you out because of money. And government is not helping the retiree to better their lot. So the economic climate is not conducive. Whereas, so people, I just came down from traveling abroad. I traveled just now. I came back just of recent. I saw somebody who was not educated at all, who was ordinarily a shopkeeper in America, who told me he's collecting 80, still working now in 80 years in America. He told me he has built 3 houses in Nigeria. Now, presently, he's not a director. He's not a headmaster. He's not a principal. He said, I built 3 houses in Nigeria because the environment is conducive for them. If our environment can be conducive for us, I think the retirees, pensioners, we have a fair dealing in this country. What I just want to advise all of us, the rest of us, that let's all keep faith in God. Let's come closer to God. Let us go to our God and pray, for God will help you. The race is not for the sweet or the mighty, but the favor that helps everybody. When we move closer to God, God will better a lot. There are some people that have investments. Sickness came. They have money. Sickness came and siphoned all the money away. So, but when we are closer to God, when we know the Lord, then everything shall be okay for us. With God, all things shall be better for us. The future is better for us. God bless you, sir. Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm very happy with Baba Samuel's contribution. Let me start from where you end. The Lord Jesus Christ said, show me your faith, and I will ask, where is your work? So it doesn't mean that we just say, okay, you just sit down and say, okay, let things work out on their own. Then, sir, we talk about those people that planted with their money, and robbers got there and took away all that they planted and so on. Agbára òjò olóhùn ò ní wọlé o, onílé ni ò ní gbà fún. I said it in my presentation that there is the need to investigate before you invest. And you must make sure that you don't throw your money away. I know we are all human beings. It can happen, it can happen one time or the other and so on. But there is the need to take serious caution. In legal parlance, we say, let the buyer beware. So let us beware before we put our money anywhere. We have to be very careful. I know, because from where we were born, we saw some of those things as we are growing up. So we are very cautious, very, very cautious in putting money anywhere. And you talk about economy, sir. I think it is government that we need to still appeal to, because things are not auguring well for majority of the people. The economy is so, in fact, you are even talking about civil servants that are earning. What are people that have no income? So how are they expect to survive? And of course, you talk about somebody in America and so on. Those people also, when we get there, when we went to those countries, they have their own complaint too. Most of the money is taken away by tax. Many of them do not have time to rest. They work 24 hours. Many of them are complaining of cold. I saw somebody in London. He said, look at what I got from my pay. Look at my pay. It cannot actually cover my expenses here. Now I cannot pay for gas. He has to be eating meat pie and some of those things, because I cannot pay for gas out of what. So it is everywhere. It depends on the application of knowledge of everyone. That is very, very critical. My mommy, Mrs. Omotola. Sorry, can I say somebody wrote something about insurance?
Hello?
Sorry, if you have any issue with insurance, I consult for Nigeria Insurance Commission. So they will ensure that your money is paid. So if you have any issue with your insurance company that you pay your money to, let me know. I will call the commissioner of insurance and you will get your money. We have done it for other people. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm just going to place
Dr.
your
Mosaku?
number.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Sorry.
Dr. Mosaku.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
I agree with everything you said. However, my concern is where you mentioned, which is nothing bad, to be honest, is that you follow your passion, that you can join NGOs, you can, non-governmental organizations and non-profitable organizations, you can just join them wherever your passion is. I have done that a lot. But you find out that it is draining your purse in the sense that because these things are free, you have to transport yourself to the place.
Yeah.
Most of the time, even let's say an orphanage now, they don't have some things, you provide it for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? You go and present a paper somewhere, you are expecting honorarium, but madam, you see, we don't have much. You don't get anything. So at the end of the day, as a retiree, it drains your purse. So I just want to ask you, sir, that how do we overcome this? Because it can be very, very discouraging. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand, ma'am.
In the little that you have as a retiree, like my colleagues have said, how much is the pension? And then you find out that you are now the one even giving out every time. You have to go to a place, you have to pay for your transportation, which is not that easy. So how do we overcome something like that? And you can still follow your passion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate your question. It's very, very instructive and very, very honest. I've been consulting for several NGOs since 1994. I also know that a number of NGO founders, they are not honest. They violate principle of integrity.
Yeah.
They violate it. They get money. They get money from donor agencies and they mismanage the money. And that is why early this year, we set up a committee in our body. You know the body, man. You belong to the body. Association of Governance Professionals of Nigeria. We set up a committee to look into the accountability issues in NGOs in Nigeria, to conduct research, to ensure that everybody is accountable. Because if there is no checks and balance, what do you expect? Nobody is giving accountability anywhere. And these are some of the things that we have seen. I was in Insider Project, United Nations Insider Project in Ado-Ekiti. A white man was saying that a particular one got money in Osogbo to train girls on sewing, hairdressing, and so on. White man said the lady took the money, went to Abuja, bought a duplex, converted it to school, bought a Jeep for herself. A white man was saying this, and I was embarrassed. So what happened is, for whatever NGO, all that you need to do is, who are the people behind it? Today now, we are appointing people to board, and we've told the boards of NGO, board of for-profit organization, we told the board, they are coming to contribute only their talents. You have to pay them sitting allowance. The least sitting allowance you can pay anybody now, if you go to sit in your program, is 150,000. And we told the board that we are appointing people to, that this is what we are doing now. Somebody has retired, you want to contribute, you want to bring back, you are now, expressing his pocket. No, it is not acceptable. See, then that does not mean also that in some instances, if it is convenient, that we cannot give back. It doesn't mean, but we are trying to check some things now, some narratives now around ABC, articulated bribery and corruption in NGO environment. So we are going to check it, and we are going to actually do something about it. It is not pleasing at all. So for that experience, we can say sorry, but we will look into that. We look into that, but it happens. We know it happens. We want to give back, and we are also, our pocket is now being expressed in that particular order. I think it's a common place that we need to, we have started to work on it, actually. I think we bring our press releases on it very soon.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Someone said with civil service salary, oh, okay. You may not be able to save money even when you are very prudent. And he's advising the government to put a program
Exactly.
in place.
That advice is very important, yes. It
Yeah.
is Mr. Abdulrazak that said that it's very, very important that
Yeah.
government should actually help the people. People cannot continue to be wallowing in abject poverty in a land. We are at United Nations research project for 3 months. We in Nigeria were led by one Professor Bade Onimode. We found out to our chagrin and to our consternation that the greatest country in the world, the country that has the highest resources in the whole world is Nigeria. The one that follows is Congo Democratic Republic, who does not have half of our resources. America does not have 4% of the resources embedded in Nigeria. 2 weeks ago, Nigeria got some natural resources that has never been actually cultivated in the history of Nigeria 2 weeks ago. So we still have so many resources. And why can't the least paid in the service of the government get at least 250,000? Who says we cannot afford it?
Yeah.
So these are the issues, but something is not, there is a division in this. I asked Senator Shehu Sani in Kano last December. I said, how much is Senator, how much is House of Rep earning? I said, between me and you, I can't say it out. So God will help us. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so some people are asking for your number. So I've pasted it.
My number is there.
Yeah, I've put it in the chat box. But those who haven't seen it, it's 080-3722-3653.
That's my number.
080-3722-3653. Okay, it's almost 12 o'clock. I don't think we have any more. I don't think anybody has any more questions. Or if anybody wants to contribute one thing or the other. Okay. We thank everyone once again, especially the members of Association of Lagos State Heads of Service and Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries and all our retirees and those who are still serving. Thank you so very much for being on the call. But before we leave, can someone please indicate their what's it called, to thank our facilitator today for the wonderful session? Oh, sorry, please, before then, the number again, 080-3722-3653. Please just go to the chat box to get the number so that we can move on, because people are asking for the number again. Please just go to the chat box. You will see it there. Okay, I think I'll just call on someone to appreciate our facilitator, because time is well spent. Okay. Mr. Biodun Onoyele, please, sir. Can you please unmute yourself, sir? Good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, he's not. Okay, Mr. Samuel Kudoro, can you please unmute yourself, although you have said something?
Well,
Okay.
on behalf of all the participants and the presenter, I want to thank Dr. Femi Mosaku-Johnson for the elusive information has given to us. They are timely, they are relevant, they are even continuous in our life. If you can practice them, I think you shall be better off. We are better off than when we have never had this seminar. I want to bless everybody. God will grant you longevity. He will preserve your family. Your own investment to the Lord will preserve it. You will see more gains in everything you do in the name of Jesus. I pray all of us, there shall be no fatalities, no loss of life. We shall live long to reach 80. Like I've said, that Oxford University, they allow people to go to school at the age of 80. God will grant all of us long life to enjoy the fruits of our labor, especially in the service of Lagos State. Our labor we benefit of, and God will bless us, more in Jesus' name. God bless you, and also the moderator. God bless you, man. We are grateful, man.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Dr. Mosaku. We really appreciate your
Thank
presence.
you so much. Let me appreciate every one of us for our patience, and let it be also noted that when I'm speaking with this passion, it is because I'm passionate. I just want every one of us to be up and doing and to do well, and for me to come and say, come and see my factory, come and see my export promotion, come and see, for us to go and launch it together. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Please, I want to inform everyone, you can go to our YouTube page. It's PS Retirees Cooperative MS. We've put it in the chat box too. You'll find the link there. But I'm just reading it out. Just type PS Retirees Cooperative MS. It will take you directly to our YouTube channel, and you will find all our previous webinar sessions. So all the topics that we've had ever since we started our webinar sessions, you'll find all our topics there. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So everyone, as we normally do, you can please unmute yourselves and say hello to one another. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. Really
Amen.
appreciate
Good morning. Good morning.
you.
Good
And
morning.
life is your portion. You eat the fruits of your labor. With your hand, you collect your own.
Amen, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, yes, please like and subscribe our channel too. Yes, thank you, Mr. Kazim, for that. Like and subscribe and tell other retirees who might not know about it, so that more retirees will be on the platform and will join.
Good morning. This is Biodun Oyele. I was trying to unmute myself, but it took a
good
while.
morning, sir. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry too. I was trying to unmute myself, but I didn't get it on time.
Oh, okay. All right,
Thank
sir.
you so much for the privilege.
Thank you for joining, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Oh. You can unmute now. I'm so sorry.
You are still holding us. You have unmuted us now. Okay.
I'm so sorry about that. I think it's network because I had done that earlier.
The lecture is very much appreciated. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. We appreciate it.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. Mrs. Durodara Bukola, thank you so much. Stay blessed.
Yes, good morning, ma. Sorry, she's not on the call, but I will deliver your message, ma. Thank you.
Dr. Femi Mosaku, thank you.
Thank you very much, please. How can we get the recording, please?
It will be sent to the retirees group. And I've put it there that whoever is not on the retirees group can drop their numbers. So we'll send it to you directly.
Yes, Retirees Cooperative SS.
But the people are always anti-government.
Okay.
Ó ní tí ó bá sí ní retired group pé ó lè send number wọn send ẹ̀ sí ní
PS Retirees Cooperative MS. Yes, that is it. MS, yes.
MS.
But before we end the call, you can just click on it now. It will take you directly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Madam Okam Ogechi Joy. Yes, she said you need the slides. Can you please leave your number on the chat box. Okay, I've seen it. All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining today. So this is our last session for the month of June. Yes. So July, the first or second week in July, we'll definitely have another session, God willing. So it's 12 o'clock now. Thank you very much for joining. We appreciate your consistent presence. And I wish everyone a very good day.
Yes, yeah.